There is absolutely no way that you go through an experience and you don't get anything out of it. I think that sometimes we go through experiences in life and we feel that those experiences are robbing from us, that they are taking from us. And I am a firm believer that life is happening for us. Every experience that we go into, every circumstance that we find ourselves into, has an opportunity for us to grow in one way or the other. And that growth that we experience is not just growth for growth. It's growth that is food for us to be able to face new challenges along the way, in the future, in a better way. It's growth that becomes a tool for us to evolve from one version of us into a better version of us. And it's not just improving the version that we are for the sake of it. It's improving the version of who we are in order to open up doors for ourselves so that we can gain even more in our lives and experience even more. When we grow and we hear that, yes, this experience is making you grow, we sometimes don't realize how powerful that growth is. Sometimes when people say, oh, you're so strong, and your natural reaction is to think, well, I don't want to be strong anymore. I've gone through so many challenges already. Life is being so hard on me lately. I wish that life would stop challenging me this much, because it's like you're in a constant growth and you're a little bit tired of that constant challenge. And I think that the winning change of perspective in the situations is that growth is really a gift for you. When you go through something difficult and you build thick skin out of that, and you develop this ability to face difficulties in a flowier way, if you can call it that. What you are doing is you're bringing with yourself into future experiences the ability to not crumble under the pressure in the next time that you're going to experience something similar. You're going to experience that situation with a lot more ease, with a lot more flow, and with a lot less stress. And that is a gift for us, because as we develop our ability to become stronger and stronger, what that means is that we can put ourselves in situations of harder challenges, and what that means is that we can open up doors to experiences that are even more meaningful and expansive for us. You don't get to the place that you are dreaming of by being the person that you are today. You get to that place that you are dreaming of by becoming another version of yourself. And that version comes to life as you allow yourself to face those different challenges along the way. You are not going to be experiencing the same challenges that you are experiencing now. When you are ahead in the game in your life, in that vision of you that is experiencing something bigger, something more expansive, something that feels more grandiose for you. The version of you that experience requires is a version that is going to be built through challenge. And that's why when we are going through a difficult situation or something that feels like something that's negative, something that feels like a curse, I think it's important for us to always change our perspective and remember that there is an opportunity there. We always have the opportunity to gain something from anything that we are going through. But the only way for us to actually see that gain is to look for that gain, is to change our perspective from, I hate this thing that is happening to me, it's so annoying, and rejecting it and rejecting something that you cannot reject, really, because if something is happening to you, it's already happening to you. You cannot reject the circumstance. And it's really about stopping rejecting what is happening to you and starting to accept what is happening to you. And all of that energy that you regain from stopping to allocate it on rejecting is available for you to allocate in finding what is the gain from this experience. What is it that this experience is holding as a gift for me? That gift is always there. It is always available. And we will only be able to grab it if we tweak our vision in order to see it. It is really a matter of the different layers of reality that we can see in front of us. Reality is subjective. What we see and how we experience every situation that we are in is dependent on our ability to see or not see certain things. If you're always looking for the negative, if you're always looking for the mistake, you're looking for what's not right, you're looking for, the thing that is being taken away from you. If you're looking for that, that's what you're gonna find. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see the tragedy. You're gonna see the loss. You're gonna see the pain. Every time that you go through an experience, you lose a part of yourself, and then you gain a new part of you. You lose an old version of you, and you gain a little part that is building up the new version of you. If you're constantly in negative mode, you're paying attention to everything that's going away, everything that's not working, everything that is being lost, basically, because that is always happening. Life is a constant exchange of winning and losing. And so what is really the point in having our focus and our attention on that which is being taken away from us, which is hurting, if the other side of it is also there? 50% of the experience that we are going through is gain. We are receiving. Life is gifting us with growth, with opportunity, with something that we can hold on to experience this whole thing in a much more beautiful way, in a much more expansive way. We can see this experience through the eyes of excitement, of opportunity, of the joy of receiving something that we didn't have before. And so usually those gifts that we are receiving are skill sets that we're going to be able to use in the future. And I think that the reason why we often don't notice those gifts is because we haven't really been trained to look for those kinds of gifts. The gifts that I'm talking about right now are things like patience, for example, or empathy, or compassion, or the ability to remain still and calm and collected when you're going through chaos. Those are very valuable skill sets that are the ones that are going to allow you to overcome the different challenges that you need to overcome to get to the other side and see, let's say, that pot of gold of that external thing that you're chasing. You're only gonna get there through your internal evolution. And so if you want to get to a certain point, if you have a vision for something that is external, even if that vision is external, you're not going to get there without growing internally. And that's why these gifts are so incredibly powerful. And we often miss the connection between what is it that we really need in order to get to another phase or another level in our lives. And what we actually need is these skill sets that are internal and that are being given to us in the form of gifts through these horrible experiences that we are being presented with. So, provided that you understand how important these gifts are, and that you have a very clear vision of how it all works, really. Maybe now you're asking yourself, how do I change my perspective to actually be able to see these gifts? And the way to change your perspective is to really, it's as simple as just looking for the gift. And I would say that the first thing for us to do is to notice what is the internal narrative that we have when we are facing something that is uncomfortable, that we don't like, and noticing if in that internal narrative we are identifying rejection for what is happening externally. So an example of that could be somebody said to you something that you didn't like because you felt that it was unkind, or that it was lacking empathy, that maybe they weren't thinking about your needs, they didn't notice where you were coming from, and so you received a message from someone that came across to you as very non-empathetic, and that may be causing a little bit of pain in you, and you are a little bit rejecting what is happening because it's not really aligning to your expectations of what a good experience in a relationship, whatever that relationship may be. Maybe I'm not even talking about a romantic relationship. It can be a work relationship or a friendship or whatever. The message that you're receiving doesn't align with your idea of what good is, what a good experience is, or what a good friend is, what a good colleague is. And so you reject the situation because it makes you feel uncomfortable. It awakens in you feelings that you don't like to feel. And so you start putting all of your focus and attention on, why are people like this? Why would someone say this to me when this is where I'm coming from? Why would someone not appreciate what I'm trying to do? And as you observe yourself, you can notice that all of your energy is being put into rejecting what is happening, because what you're doing is you're asking why. Why is this person doing this? Why is this person treating me this way? And it's the same with other different kinds of examples. Like it could be that something unexpected happened, something was taken away from you, and you are rejecting that because you don't want to lose that thing that you believe you should have in your life. And all of your energy again goes into like rejecting what is happening. Why is this happening to me? Why did that person do that? Why didn't I get informed before? Why are things being handled in this way? And so what I want you to do in those situations is to just simply notice where your energy is being placed, where your attention is being placed, because that is where your energy is going to go. And make the decision, the conscious decision, to remove your attention from rejecting something that is already happening and placing that attention internally into looking for the gift that the situation is preparing for you. There is a version of you that needs to be born under the situation in order to overcome the challenge that comes with it. I'm going to say that again. There is a new version of you that needs to be born in this situation in order to overcome the challenge that it is presenting. You're not going to get to the other side of this situation without growing into a new version of you, and accepting that new version of you is the gift that the situation is giving to you. What is it that you need to become in order to face this circumstance with grace, with ease, with joy, with excitement? What is that skill that needs to be strengthened in you for you to not suffer through this situation that you're going through? Is it patience? Is it belief in yourself? Is it confidence? Is it the ability to step up for yourself? Is it the ability to influence with kindness? Is it the ability to be a little bit more empathetic, to be a little bit more compassionate? The answer to this question is going to be different every single time. Is it that you have to become a little bit more organized? Is it that you have to start saying no? Is it that you have to learn how to say no? Is it setting boundaries, the lesson that is for you to learn in this situation? And so the important thing really is that every time that you are facing a situation that you don't like, that is uncomfortable, that you feel that is robbing from you, you remind yourself that there is absolutely no way for any circumstance to be taken away from you more than it is giving to you. Absolutely every situation that we go through in life has a gift for us and is an opportunity for us to get that gift. Usually these gifts come in the form of skill sets that we are going to be able to later use in order to face new challenges. And it is definitely a skill that we need for this current situation in order to come out the other side a better version of ourselves. So when you are in a situation that you don't like, that you are rejecting, that you are placing all of your attention into, I don't like this shouldn't be happening to me. When you find yourself in those situations, observe your internal world, pay attention to where your focus is going, make a conscious decision to move your attention from the rejection into looking for the gift, and ask yourself the question, what is that skill set that I need to develop through this situation in order to face it with grace? Because again, there is absolutely no way that you can be going through something in life and that is not an opportunity for you to grow in some way. And there is no growth that is not a gift for you. Absolutely, every challenge that we face in life is coming with a gift for us. And it's something that we will need in order to evolve into that version that we have to be in order to manifest those things that we are dreaming about. So whatever it is that you're going through right now that is challenging you, say thank you. Be grateful for it, because there is so much that you're going to be able to use from this experience in your experiences tomorrow. And those experiences that you are unlocking with the gifts that you are receiving today are the ones that are going to open up the doors for that dream that you have for yourself.